Harry Maguire believes the intense speculation over manager Erik Ten Hag's future damaged Manchester United last season, but is happy that new co-owners Ineos stuck with the Dutchman. Maguire admitted that the players were in the dark over Ten Hag's chances of keeping his job after winning the FA Cup against Manchester City at Wembley in May. Ineos interviewed several candidates around the time of the game, but eventually backed Ten Hag and gave him a 12-month contract extension. "It was tough," said Maguire. "Some of the things that came out in the lead up to the cup final were really poor, I felt. He handled it brilliantly, to be honest. He just took each day as it comes. We didn't see anything different in the manager, so credit to him for the way he handled it, and all his staff as well, because there was so much uncertainty around the club. They didn't know what was happening the following year. It probably did damage our performances and results throughout the season a little bit. Especially when it happened around that Christmas period when we really did fall off. But credit to the manager, the way that he handled it. To have the lead up in the way that he did and to produce a performance like we did in the cup final and turn things around was really impressive. I don't think he needed to speak to the players about it. I think he handled it right. He just carried on day to day as he has been, training and then preparing for the game as well as he could. He could have down tools and maybe just thought his time was over, but he definitely didn't do that. After months of speculation over Ten Hag's future, the United players celebrated their 2-1 victory over City at the Marriott Hotel in Mayfair with the manager, even though they didn't know if would still be in charge when they returned for pre-season this summer. "It was so strange," said Maguire. "No one really knew what was going on. No one had an assurance. But I think it's the same as a player. It happens every summer at Manchester United. There are so many linked players, you don't know. It was tough. If you ask the players, they'll probably just say they didn't really know because no one really had a clue. But it was really impressive the way that he handled that week and took them, City, out with a victory against probably the best team in Europe at the moment." Maguire was pleased to see Ten Hag keep his job after talks with Ineos sporting director Sir Dave Brailsford at the manager's holiday base in Ibiza, even though the manager had stripped him of the captaincy and given it to Bruno Fernandes a year earlier. "Yeah, definitely. We have a good relationship," he added. "There's a lot of respect there. He's always been respectful throughout his time with me. When he changed captain, it was really disappointing on behalf of myself, but it's part and parcel of football. You have so many ups and so many downs, you've just got to maintain that respect. We have a bond and we respect each other highly enough to make the relationship work and we get on really well. He has shown we can beat the top teams and we have won 2 trophies in 2 years. The first season was really good, last season wasn't. Last season was tough for Erik as well. There was so much uncertainty and the amount of injuries was freakish really. I am pretty confident that won't happen this season. We have faith in the management team and the additions he has made are really good as well. Erik's first year, we had a lot more consistency, but last year the consistency was really poor. We would have a good performance and then tail off and we didn't find the answer to it. I don't want to make up excuses, but the constant injuries and changing the team and changing formations, changing the backline, it just didn't really help anyone to settle. Maguire welcomed the other changes made by Ineos, with Omar Berrada coming in as chief executive, Dan Ashworth as sporting director and Jason Wilcox as technical director in the last few months. It is exciting times for everyone involved with the club, and it is definitely going in the right direction again, he said. As a player and someone who cares about the club, it is really good to see the structure now. I really think it is going to work. There is more energy coming into this pre-season and more excitement. Last season was difficult with so much uncertainty with every member of staff and even players. It is definitely a more energized club now to be involved in. I do believe the structure they have got, it will get back to where it should be.